we good. We live. All right. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boys. Hey, with the Jacks of All Trades podcast, episode 1. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I can't do the what?
Episode 1. I got a great show for you guys today. I'm your boy, your family's favorite personal trainer, nutrition coach, David Nubia, aka D New. We got my co-host right here. We got Dez on the bottom right there.
My man is pointing at nothing.
we got Evan right there.
It's your boy.
And I promise that the intros will get better. So, how y'all doing? How y'all doing today?
I'm chilling, man. It's hot as hell, but I'm chilling.
All right.
Chilling.
All right. So today we're gonna get in. So we got some great topics for you guys today. We're gonna get into some music, some sports, bullshit, whatever we want to get into, right? Because it's our platform. We can do that. So first things first, with the music. Have y'all been paying attention to these IG live battles?
Yeah. Slowly but surely, man.
I wrote down a few of my favorite ones. Or actually a few of the ones that just the most notable ones. So starting off was the Sean Garrett versus The Dream. I don't know if y'all tuned into that when Sean Garrett was super drunk.
Sean Garrett was leaning. Hey, I don't know. Hey, my man's was on the half a fifth of hen dog. My man was tripping.
Bro, he was out of it, bro. I was dying the whole time. I eventually just turned it off. I just wasn't entertained. It was sad. It started to get a little sad.
I like The Dream, but I don't think I caught that one.
That was one of the first ones. I think that was right.
I think that might have been the first one.
No, I thought Swizz and Timberland was number 1.
Shit.
Y'all missed that too, then.
Never mind.
But no, Swizz Timberland. I definitely got to catch the Neo and Jonta Austin. That was a good one. That was a great friendly battle. The French. I have French and Tory as well. I don't know if they.
Come on, man. That shit. Come on, man.
French and who?
French and Tory Lanez, dog.
Waste of time. Tory Lanez murdered that man. I didn't even watch it, and I know that. Come on, dog. You can't name me one song out of Ain't Nothing. That French Montana song. Name me another song by him that was good with no feature.
With no feature. The drum was Sway Lee, but the drum was Sway Lee. That was a hit. But I was
a hit because
also
it had Kodak.
You said what?
Now he said Lockjaw, but that joint had Kodak on it. It was a feature.
Yeah, it was all his
no French Montana song other than Ain't Nothing with no feature.
The ball drop.
What is that?
I think that's fabulous. Don't even worry about it.
And then the Manny Fresh and Scott Storch one was good. That was nothing but hits. That was a great one as well. That could have went either way. So I want to ask you guys, based off of those matchups, is there somebody that we haven't seen yet that you guys would love, like a matchup you guys would just you guys feel the world needs to see?
We'll let you go ahead and take that first, Des.
Man, you know, I'm a big fan of 90s R&B, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm about to say Drew Hill versus Jodeci. All right, you got the two guys in the group. You got Jazz and Cisco in one group. You got KC and JoJo in the other. Them four gentlemen going at it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the group as a whole is you got Woody and Drew Hill as well. But you put them groups together, it's a lot of hits between that 90 class, man. That's them the two best ones I want to see.
So who y'all taking in that battle though, if it were to happen? I'm gonna have to go Drew Hill off the rip.
I'd probably go Jodeci.
I'm gonna have to go Drew Hill off the rip.
It depends. It depends on how I feel. It depends if I'm feeling freaky. I'm going Jodeci. If I'm feeling, it depends. But I'm probably gonna go Jodeci.
What the thing about those battles is the fact that if one person plays a joint, right? Say Drew Hill plays a freaky joint, Jodeci coming back with the same thing. So it's not like everything's already you know what I'm saying? Everything's already pre-made. You get to go like I'm gonna put my freakiest song with your freakiest song, my banger with your banger. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how it works. But I got 4 for y'all that I know the world's gonna want to see. My number 1 that we never will see, right? And despite whatever BS, all the other outside of music, I think a great matchup will be Usher and R. Kelly, dog. I think that would have been a great matchup, though.
I don't think R. Kelly versus anybody would be good. He's like,
Why?
everybody else is here. R. Kelly is like up here, dog. When it comes music wise,
R. Kelly's top tier. R. Kelly's in a break ball.
But Usher's not. Usher don't got hits that can go with him.
no, nobody said that. Nobody said that.
No, I'm saying he has hits that can compete with him.
I mean, you throw same girl out there. You know, they on the track together. They both kill that track.
Mm-hmm.
Them two gentlemen, you can't.
I think that would be a good competition. I think that would be a good match.
It'd be good to see, but yeah, R. Kelly here and everybody else is here. R. Kelly,
runaway?
huh?
You think it'll be a runaway?
R. Kelly got that, dog.
So if they had 20 songs, are you saying it's going to be what 15-5, or are we saying like just if you were to have a score, like just off the top of your head?
15 sound accurate.
I say 12. I say if you say 25, I say
20 songs. 20 songs.
20 songs. It'd be close. It'd be 12-8. R. Kelly, and that's a push. Cause I mean, you put the whole Confession album with 12 play. You put the R. Kelly Chocolate Factory. He got R. Kelly already beat him because R. Kelly was more of a storyteller than anything when it came to music.
I'm sorry, but Trapped in the Closet was the greatest work ever.
Storyteller, straight storyteller.
I mean, he always probably play one version. He can't play all. Well, he got 12 of them. Well, how many? 11 or 12 of them?
It's more than that. I think it's like 30 parts of Trapped in the
Closet. Yeah. Could you imagine he just play?
I just threw that out as an example of how entertaining he can be. Like the man's creative.
Yeah, I just think Usher. Well, this is the thing for me. Usher would have to let R. Kelly go first. That way he could choose from his whole catalog.
Usher can't go first.
Nah. Because I think R. Kelly just his emptiest clip, just next to whatever Usher play. Oh, it's easy.
What song does Usher have? What song does Usher have that can compete with "I Believe I Can Fly"?
Or off the top of my head,
"Let It Burn"? Nigga, I don't. What is it?
I mean,
After Tonight.
No. Maybe You Make Me Wanna.
Nah, bro. Ain't nothing.
No, but I was thinking too. Another one. If I was R. Kelly, I'm finishing with "I Wish." "I Wish" was a smash. Yo.
I Wish was a banger.
Okay. You gotta remember, majority of Usher's songs was written by Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
Produced by Jermaine Dupri. Nobody was writing R. Kelly shit. R. Kelly was going in the booth, write his own shit.
R. Kelly wrote a song for Michael Jackson.
He wrote I was just about to get there. He wrote a song for the king of pop. You can't even too much say that, bro. You can't really.
Only reason, well, at the end of the day, the only reason I really said them because I feel like even if you take out R. Kelly, I don't think anybody can compete with Usher. I don't think anybody could sit there and say, besides R. Kelly, sit there and say, "Oh, let me go against Usher." I think Usher has too many hits for anybody else.
That's fair.
That's the only reason why I really chose them to. I didn't say that it would be. I think it would be a lot closer than what y'all think, but I do think R. Kelly would win.
Hey, we might be generous right now. It
Yeah,
might not be close at all, bro.
That's real generous. That's 12-8. That's real good.
See, I think we have to go back, look at their catalogs, right? And we could do that. Maybe not this episode, but we could look into that and maybe next episode or whatever in the future, we could sit there and go catalog for catalog, bro.
Yeah.
That's let me write that.
Come over 20 R. Kelly joints. You come over 20 Usher joints, and we go at it.
Wait, why I gotta be Usher?
Only one going to Usher.
Well, I gotta that maybe we'll think about. Actually, you know what? I'll take you up on that. I'll take you up on that bet, and then we'll let Dez. We'll let Dez be the judge. Right. Or actually, I'll go against either one of y'all, and then the other one be the judge.
All right. Look at this. Look at this.
Me personally, I wouldn't want to be on the. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that R. Kelly gun. I don't want to be on the other.
I think I'd stand a chance, but like I said, I'd have to go through the catalog, and
I want to have somebody else outside of us be the judge because
do that too. But it has to be somebody that's musically inclined, like somebody that is big.
Somebody that's not gonna judge R. Kelly off of what he did outside the studio.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Unbiased. I got 3 more. So my other 3, and we kind of run through them. I got settle in the conversation between 112 and Jagged Edge. I want
That's
that.
That's the one.
That everybody would tune in to see. I know I would. I'm probably leaning more towards 112.
I don't know.
I'm leaning 112.
I'm so split.
That's be so close, man.
But that would be so great.
I'm going Jagged Edge.
I don't know, bro. I might lean towards 112. You're keeping my joint.
Well, I'm gonna tell you which one. 112 is already up 1-0 when they play Peaches and Cream, dog. Bro, when they play Peaches and Cream, that's 1-0.
Nah, and then it'll be 2-1 when they play Where the Party At.
Hey, Jagged Edge, come with. Say good. I'm not about to say. When they play Goodbye. Goodbye was a hit, dog. No? You don't think so? That would be a great matchup. I got 2 more for you. I got the next one. I got Joe and Tank. I would love to see Joe and Tank, but the only thing with that though, it would have to be because Tank has written for a lot of people. I don't want anything that he has written for. I feel like that's cheating, even though they can play that through a catalog. It had to be stuff that he sang on. That way, I mean, because Joe got hits, Tank got hits. I feel like they. You said what?
I'm taking Joe.
I'm going Tank.
I'd probably take Joe too, dog. I'd probably take Joe.
I feel like Joe is slept on personally.
No, he is big time. He's underrated. He's like the Ace Hood of R&B for me. I feel like Ace Hood was underrated when he was out, right? When he was in his prime.
Yeah, he was underrated at a point in time.
He was underrated at a point in time. I feel like nobody ever gave Joe, even Tank too. I feel like Tank is slept on too. I mean, people know about him for notoriety, but he's not as big as he should be as well, or should have been. They're more.
Maybe you said he's written a lot of music. Maybe he didn't want that extra, you know what I'm saying, publicity. Maybe he just want to stay behind the scenes. Kind of like Party Next Door. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He could be bigger, but he likes writing behind the scenes. He didn't want to be out there like that, you know? So maybe that's what Tank wanted. Maybe.
Another one I got, it's a DJ battle, though. I want Metro to go against Zaytoven. I want to see a DJ battle Metro against
Zaytoven. I'm going to go against Zaytoven.
That'd be a lot of drill music right there. I like that.
I feel like Metro would win, but
I don't know.
I got Metro winning.
Over Zaytoven?
Bro, but, hey, that might be even better to go to battle head to head than the Usher R. Kelly because they did music for so many different artists. To have their catalog brought to that we just look up everybody they've done music for.
Zaytoven's work with Future, dog. That every time this is fire.
Yeah, I think I'd be confident with Metro.
Nah, I'm going Zay. I'm an old school Gucci fan.
Dog, I might go Zaytoven, dog.
I'm going Zay.
So,
yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, man, y'all got mine looking kind of skimpy.
Oh, go ahead. What's yours?
I want 2 heavy hitters to go at it. I want 2 heavyweights going at it on mine. So I got Drake and Chris Brown.
That's.
I feel like Chris Brown got too many hits.
And Drake don't?
He do, but I feel like Chris Brown. I feel like that wouldn't be as close.
What? But R. Kelly and Usher will. Come on, man.
I feel like it wouldn't be close.
How? Drake have been 10 plus years in the game without a bad album. Chris Brown has dropped a bad album. Graffiti?
Who has said he hasn't had a bad album?
You think Drake's had a bad album?
I think a few of them are questionable.
A few? Oh, Lord have mercy.
I think there are a few I could put, not right now. I mean, if we were to sit down, and I'll bring it up next episode too. I think there are a few that maybe I'll take 3 tracks off his album, bro. Like some of them aren't. He hasn't had just hits every album, but of course everybody is going. Everybody's gonna download. Everybody's gonna pay attention to it because it's Drake. I feel like Chris Brown got more albums with better quality songs.
What CD did Drake come out with in 2015?
What was it? Views?
I want to say it was Views.
It's either Views or If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. One of the two.
Right. Chris Brown came out with the 2-disc.
No. Oh, my bad. I said back to back. That was no. If You're Reading This, It's Too Late was 2015.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing Was the Same was dope. That was 2013.
Take Care.
The one where he's sitting at the bar or sitting at the table.
At the table, yeah, with his head down. Yeah,
that was his best to me.
That was his best. That was his best to me as well.
I just had a debate about that with my cousin yesterday. He tried to say Nothing Was the Same was. I said Take Care was. That's 1 and 2 for me.
That Take Care was something else. So Far Gone was a mix. That was more of a mixtape, right? That wasn't.
Count that as an album. Count that as an album.
Yeah, that was dope too. Oh, my bad.
My man's have to look at the catalog.
Look, bro. What was his worst one to y'all? I think Scorpion didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, I might say Scorpion, dog. Not saying that it was bad, but yeah. Anything else? Because this one that he just dropped last week or 2 weeks ago, that joint was smooth.
Yeah, that was dope. But he said that was a tape. That was not an album.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But nobody's messing with Drake when he's like, "Come on, man, come on."
No, I'm not saying anybody else, but I think Chris Brown. I think that would be a close matchup, dog.
You just said it'd be a runaway.
You didn't say that.
Oh, I think it'd be a runaway. Sorry, I'm looking at the. No. I was kind of backtracking because I'm looking at his catalog a little bit. And I'm like, oh,
it made you change your mind a little bit, huh? Yeah.
No, I'm still going Chris Brown though, 100%. Who else?
The way it goes, I feel like it wouldn't be a runaway. I feel like that's the only heavy hitter matchup that, to be fair, that I could think of.
So you're gonna count in fan is not a fan of a fan, right?
No, because that's him and Tiger. If that's the case, then you got to count in what's the joint with What a Time to Be Alive with Drake and Future. If that's the case.
And that's what I'm about to get at. Thank you, Evan.
What a Time to Be Alive is Heat. Heat. Come on now.
Yeah, Chris Brown.
Of a fan?
I'm rocking with Chris Brown. I go with Chris Brown, dog.
That'd be a landslide though, dog. You tripping?
I think it'll be a landslide.
Come on,
are we also talking about joints that each have written for?
I mean, we can go right into. I mean, I can only think of a couple joints Jake's written for other people. Like as for one, Alicia Keys, Unthinkable. That's probably the biggest one I could think of. And Fall for Your Type by Jamie Foxx. He wrote that joint. He wrote the song with him and Beyonce, Your Mind. He wrote that. What's the only ones I can think of off the head right now?
What y'all think about the Beyonce? Sorry, getting into that. What do y'all think about the Megan Thee Stallion Beyonce joint?
Hey, if I had a lighter, I'll light a fire right now.
I hated that song before I heard Beyonce on it.
Beyonce hop on it, that joint fire.
It changed life once Beyonce got on that, dog.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, I like the song before Beyonce. You know, Texas Native. You know, I like the song. I had to throw that in there. 2 Texas Natives. I'm going with it. I'm rolling with it. I like it.
I seen this crazy stat talking about that joint was I guess it wasn't on the top. Well, it was on the top 100 list, but it debuted. Well, it went to number 1 once Beyonce hopped on the track. Like it's been chilling at number 1 since she got on.
Yeah, it's a difference maker. I heard her verse and I was like, oh, she's doing that. Hopefully, she got an album coming out this year. I got one more battle. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this one. I was kind of iffy on it myself, but you know, Dez was talking about him being a Texas native. I'm a Watts native, so I got Tyrese going against Genuine. I got Tyrese.
Tyrese in his heyday, dog.
I'm going Genuine, man.
I'm going Tyrese.
Not because nothing against Tyrese. He's great, man. Tyrese is great. 100% Genuine album, man. I remember that same OG song playing over and over. 100% Genuine was one of my favorite albums. Therefore, I'm riding with that. I mean, when I think about it, I'm thinking like So Anxious, and I put that against like Lately or or Signs of Love Making and stuff like
I was
that.
just about to say that. I was just about to say that. I was gonna let you finish, dog. I was like, Signs of Love Making.
But that So Anxious though, that beat was just Timbaland did his thing, man. That beat was just.
But I feel like when it comes to Genuine, you got Pony. That shit's annoying. I feel like that song's annoying as hell, dog.
It may be annoying, but that's a win for Genuine.
It's a banger though. But it gets annoying.
But I'll tell you what, if I'm Tyrese, just for well, either one. I mean, that's the good thing about these battles going back and forth because some of them in each arsenal, each catalog, they got some that's like, all right, this is a point for me. That's a point. Like that's how I break it down. Like when we break down that battle with the R. Kelly and Ushers, best believe I'm sitting there like, no, I'm gonna leave this in the clip because this.
I might go more than 20 songs. It might be bad for you.
Well, we don't got to do 20. We can do 15.
Do 10.
R. Kelly got that longevity factor.
Yeah.
He's fire. Like fire.
Love Letter.
You said what?
I said Love Letter.
Love Letter. I was just thinking that in my head. Love Letter is fire. That whole album is smooth.
Black Panther or whatever the fuck it was.
You got the Zoo. The Zoo was fire. Honey Love. Slow Dance.
I'm looking at this Tyrese 1998 album. I'm like, when he plays Sweet Lady.
Sweet Lady is it.
Or
Lately, like Dad says, what am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But I don't think of anybody for Tyrese to go head to head with, so I just pick Genuine.
Yeah, that would be a good match.
I don't know. Maybe who else could he have gone against? Maybe Brian McKnight. Maybe I don't know. Shit.
No, Brian McKnight blown.
Like I don't know.
Hey, he drowned and he go against Brian McKnight.
Damn. Damn.
Are you serious?
Drowning.
Damn. Hey, I was listening to Only at One earlier, dog. I almost went to sleep.
Hold on.
That's a clip. Hey, you save that in the clip. I'm sitting right here. Tyrese think he got him. Hey, I'm playing that right there. That's beating any Tyrese song.
I don't agree. I don't think Tyrese.
That one joint.
After we're done recording this episode, Tyrese has what's his most recent album? Black Roses.
Yeah.
Go listen to this song called Shame. That song is amazing.
Another one I like. I'm looking at his album. His last one was Black Rose.
Yeah. The joint Shame on there.
And was
He got a couple that I downloaded. I don't remember the album. Like I said, Tyrese, I ain't really been following. I ain't followed his music since way back when, even before 2015 shit. So.
Only reason why I know about Black Rose is because my mom had to see.
Hold on, to talk on what Dave just said about Tyrese. So, when was the last time you heard a Brian McKnight song?
Bro, his last album. Hold on, his last album I got joints off of there.
His last album, he's still dropping albums.
Bro, Brian McKnight still dropping heat.
Come on, guys.
He had Genesis. He got an album called Genesis in 2013. I'm looking at my iTunes right now. I got 3 songs off of it.
3 out of probably 16. No, come on.
Come on, Dave.
Look, but those 3 songs, you know what? Those 3 joints.
Brian McKnight dropped tonight. You ready? Like, come on, dog.
Bro, if we did a catalog for catalog, bro, I play these joints and like I said, it's about the ear, right? So when you play a joint, it's which one sounds better. Y'all probably ain't heard it. Y'all probably, Brian McKnight dropped that? Yeah, he dropped that shit.
And I'll be like, okay. I don't give a damn about no Brian McKnight.
Are we doing features too?
Y'all want to?
Because Brian McKnight is on one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time. Let Us Know is the greatest Christmas song ever.
I'm not playing no Christmas joints.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm gonna have to say the Temptations, man. You got the best Christmas song, but that's for a different time, different place. Christmas time.
Let Us Know is up there though.
Is that Evan? You got another one, or you good on that?
No, that's the only 2 I can come up with. I thought was fair and even.
So the next thing I want to bring up to you guys, right? I want to bring up. So a lot of albums have dropped this quarantine, right? What has caught your guys' ear, caught your guys' attention?
Tory
Like
Lanez. Tory Lanez, that new Toronto 3. By the way, his marketing scheme of that album.
Bro, that unreal.
Phenomenal. Quarantine Radio.
That's the thing. I laughed when I heard him say, "Hey, there was no money going out, no marketing, no nothing." I'm like, "Yeah, you didn't have to. That damn quarantine radio."
Everybody talking about Tory Lanez because of Quarantine Radio. Your album dropped out.
Radio,
What Tory Lanez put out?
out of this world.
I feel like that's the best movie he could have made.
It is absolutely.
Yeah. And I feel like it was a good follow-up project after Chicks Take 5 too.
And it just sucks because we got music, but we haven't really got it. I feel like there's more artists out there that would have been dropped, but because this whole what do you call it? The pandemic. I don't even know the name of it. But what is it? The COVID-19. Because of that or whatever, I feel like a lot of artists, because they can't go on tour, because they can't really promote like that, they're holding their music till after this whole thing.
I mean, but shouldn't that give you time? Shouldn't that give you a reason to just drop something though? Like,
well, no, because you gotta think too. Some artists don't make their money off of just. Some of them make their money. The tours are the ones that make the money. Some of them just only.
Said that. Yeah, the touring is where the money comes.
Those lesser name artists, you know what I'm saying? Like touring and doing shows with other big artists, like opening and stuff like that. That's where they make their money.
Yeah, most definitely.
The album I'm on, few albums that I'm on. Yeah, I'm on Tory. Uzi dropped a few. What was that, a month or two? That might be a month ago or something like that. He did 300K. It was that not the first couple weeks, didn't he?
I mean, but
Rod Wave. I don't know if y'all on Rod Wave yet, but I'm on Rod Wave.
Yeah. He
came.
Hey, the reason why I like Rod Wave is you can feel the pain through his music, dog.
Yeah, I like
that Pray for Love joint. Amazing. Hey, hold on, y'all. I'm about to pause this. Hold on. All right, so like I said, I'm back. So I was on Rod Wave. Another album that I like Division's album. At first, when it came out, initially I was like, I don't know, but I gave it a listen over the weekend. Listened to it for like 2 days straight, and I actually like it.
It wasn't Division the seductive Division that I'm used to, man. It wasn't that cold-blooded, silky shit that I was used to.
What I'll say that Division on this album, he tried to do different. He tried to have a wider range of his. Like he was trying to do different things. That's why at first, when I say I was like, I wasn't really feeling it. Once I took a listen, I'm like, all right, I see what he's trying to do. I mess with it. It's not his best. I'm not saying this is best work, but it's definitely good to me.
What y'all think about The Weeknd?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really take a deep dive into The Weeknd. I
did when it came out. It was smooth, man. I mean, it sounded like another Weeknd project to me. I don't know. It ain't sound no different than other ones that I could think of, at least. He didn't have I don't remember him having anything like Earned It on there or anything like that. I was looking more towards like an album.
The only one he had was that Heartless joint, but that was been on the radio. I like Heartless, of course, but that's his single. That's the single.
Heartless is rocking, dog. That joint, Yeah, hey, I'm sorry to backtrack, but
yeah.
Live battles, I just thought of one in my head. J. Cole and Kendrick, hit for hit.
No, I'd say I think that's a wash too. I think Kendrick got too many hits. I think J. Cole. Look, I'm a fan. Don't get it twisted. I'm a fan, but I just think Kendrick has bigger records.
No, I think you need to reconsider.
I really think Kendrick has bigger records.
I think you're being biased because you're from LA.
Well, I like Kendrick more. I know I like J. Cole more than Kendrick. But I'm haven't given a fair opportunity to each. I think Kendrick has.
I'm not even mad at the fact that you said Kendrick a win, but you saying that it's not close. That's the part that's fucking with me. Like I
don't think it's close.
Oh, dog, you and it's not close, and
it's crazy. It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
These dudes are not like your average birds. They're like a matchup of Young Thug against J. Cole or a mumble rapper against J. Cole.
Fucking Lil Pump versus fucking Lil Wayne or some shit. Like, nigga, just come on.
We all know, you know. But them dudes right there, man, they are damn near in sync. If they ever came out with a like Drake and Future did, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell, bro. Because them dudes right there, man.
Right now, Drake and Kendrick they're 1 and 2 are interchangeable too. Like either way, like 1 and 2.
No, Drake has more hits than Kendrick.
Yes, I was about to.
No, I'm saying like in the game right now, like when you hear hip hop, is it Drake and then Kendrick, or is it like?
It depends on how you're trying to go with it. Like, are you going like sales wise, or are you going lyric wise?
I'm going both. Like, for instance,
Sales wise, nobody's missing a Drake.
we seen Drake drop this last project with a few hours notice, and everybody was on it, right?
Exactly. He almost did Uzi's numbers, and everybody's waiting on Uzi's album.
Bro,
Numbers.
3 hours notice.
that album was great, by the way.
I don't know, dog. I didn't really care for it too much, dog.
It is.
Look, Uzi, man, I don't know, man. I'm just fed up with this high pitch shit, man. I'm fed up with it.
No, you know what I'm fed up with? The Joint 1993 on Drake's album. Great album. And
That's Cardi's part every time.
that I don't know. His voice, he changed his voice, bro.
I switch past Cardi part every time just because of that.
Oh, why did he do that?
Niggas want to be weird.
Great.
I'm sick of niggas trying to be different. I'm sick of it.
No, bro, his last album was dope, and it didn't sound like this. Like his last album was dope when he first came out. It was dope. Now it's like he switched it up to even more higher pitch. I don't like it.
Oh,
Des. Yo.
big edit. Hey, what happened to my man?
I'm gonna keep this shit because it's funny.
This
But-
computer died? Hey.
Hold on, let me try to get my man's back in here. Hold on, let me try.
Oh, fuck.
I hope this shit. Hold on, we'll be right back.
How does light look?
All right, we're back, y'all. So, if you're wondering, we all switched our attire. So the first part that y'all see of this episode, we was having technical difficulties. We're back. We're good now. So we're gonna continue this. Last night we talked. There were several topics we talked about as far as with music. Today, if y'all seen, we had this big old debate about the R. Kelly and Usher battle that we talked about yesterday. So we are actually planning on doing a battle for you guys, hit for hit. We said 10 songs,
10 joints.
10 joints. Probably be the next episode. Stay tuned for that. So y'all ready to get into sports?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go the off season. So I want to know y'all opinion about. So now that we're done with free agency, well, for the most part, for the bulk of free agency, you can still sign players, but the bulk of the top free agents are gone. The draft is over with. Who won free agency and who lost, in your opinion?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, it don't matter.
I think the obvious answer is Tampa Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
The winners.
Yeah.
You get Brady and you get Gronk. Come on now. You lose Jameis Winston, replace him with Brady.
Yeah.
Come on. That's like self-explanatory.
All right.
And you target with Gronk.
So let's take out the Bucks. I feel like that's the easiest.
Right? That's obvious, right?
Let's take out the Bucks.
Besides that, are we including trades too? Trades count?
Yeah, because off-season moves. So trades, free agency.
The Cardinals are winners for getting D-Hop.
Definitely.
And they draft Isaiah Simmons, which I think was
for a Mott's apple juice and a bag of hot chips.
And maybe an Arizona.
Ransom.
Maybe an Arizona. Bro, you got Arizona as a winner. I also think Buffalo won with the Stephon Diggs trade.
Right.
They gave up a first rounder, but they got another weapon.
Go.
Yeah, so I got the Cardinals as a winner during the offseason. You get D-Hop for a bag of chips and a bag of sunflower seeds.
And a Mott's apple juice.
And the apple juice. You get Isaiah Simmons in the draft, which is a great rover to have on the field.
Right.
And then I also got Buffalo. You get Stephon Diggs. You give up a first rounder, though. I mean, that's whatever. But you get another weapon that you need on the offensive side of the ball for them, which I also think they'll thrive in their division now. You know, especially with Stephon now. And then as a loser, I have a couple teams as well. I got the Panthers on the defensive side of the ball. Hey, I'm sorry, my guy.
Rosa Parks said it.
I got the Panthers as losers on the defensive side of the ball. No Luke replacement that I know of, at least.
Man, that's crazy, but that we didn't get. All right.
Y'all went with what, a D tackle with y'all first pick or a DM?
Yeah.
Offensive tackle, right?
No, D tackle.
D tackle, yeah. Yeah, bro. Y'all ain't replaced. Dang, y'all didn't replace Luke. Also got the Patriots as losers right now too, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what Belichick thinking or what the whole organization thinking about the Brady replacement. I thought, maybe Phillip Rivers or Andy Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking Cam, hopefully. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work. But yeah, those are I got as my winners and losers thus far.
Des, what you
I'm
got?
gonna keep mine short. I'm gonna say the Baltimore Ravens picking up Calais Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was real big. Also picking Patrick McQueen, not Patrick McQueen, Patrick Queen from LSU.
I thought it was McQueen or
It's
whatever.
just
Oh,
out of LSU. I think that will, what you got Matthew Judon, and then you got Fennell McFay. I feel like that's all they needed was something in the middle. Got rid of C.J. Moses a year prior or whatever. So I think he's gonna be a good replacement for C.J. Gonna have that speed right there. I think yes, most definitely.
so I'm starting with the losers first, dog. So what I chose Houston as my number one loser. I don't understand why Bill O'Brien is still in the position that he's in as far as a GM. He hasn't won any, like, they've made the playoffs last 4 years, whatever, haven't made it too far, whatever. But I don't understand how you get rid of DeAndre Hopkins just because I don't know if it was a feud, but I know they weren't on the same page with a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I also have the Bears as a loser too. I don't understand. So you made a trade for Nick Foles, right? I think you should have traded Mitch Trubisky first because you picking up Nick Foles' contract. That tells teams, and having him on your team, that tells teams that do say they want to give Mitch a chance. They're not going to wait. They're not going to try to trade. They know you're going to want to get rid of him. You're going to have to get rid of Mitch. You're not going to have both of them on the same team, right? So I would have traded. I don't understand why they didn't trade Mitch before Nick Foles if they were going to make that move.
Probably wanted Mitch, man.
But they would have got something for him. I mean, he's still a first-round pick. Number 2 overall.
Garbage.
Huh?
First round garbage, bro. You ain't
What I'm saying, he's still young. I mean, he's only 2 years removed from having a great season. You know what I'm saying? So I still would have made that move before I made the move for Nick Foles because now they have to have his contract, and it's obvious that with Nick Foles still on a contract for 3 more years, you're gonna have to move Mitch, right? So they could have got. He still has some value, even though he's not a top tier quarterback. The winners I do have Dallas as my number 1 winner
like that one.
Somewhat. I say this because they franchised Dak. I don't really like that move. I don't like the fact that they signed Amari before they signed Dak. I do not like that at all. I'm cool with the Jalen. Obviously, they paid Jalen Smith last offseason. I would have still paid Dak before I took care of anybody else. But obviously Dak hasn't signed his franchise tender, so we'll see how that goes. They lose points for bringing Andy Dalton because you bring in Andy. Go ahead. What happened? Oh, so you bringing in Andy Dalton, that does nothing for Dak. That doesn't make him want to come back even sooner. That makes him actually probably want to leave in this offseason. So you guys are prepared for that. I don't understand what Jerry is trying to do, but from what I hear, Dak kind of, Jerry likes his toys. He likes his guys. He's real close with his guys, right? But from what I hear, that Dak is kind of not a rebel, but he's kind of like, in a sense, he's like, I'm the quarterback. I'm keeping my distance. We're keeping it professional, and I don't think Jerry likes that. Obviously they know better than we do, but that's just what has been circulating around the NFL. I also have another team. I like the Saints. The Saints re-signing Drew Brees and then bringing in Emmanuel Sanders takes some pressure off of Michael Thomas, even though it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter but having Emmanuel Sanders there, I know he's up there in age, but he can still move. We've seen what he did last year with the Niners. I think that this Saints offense being more open than what Emmanuel Sanders used to in Denver and what he had in San Francisco. He has a quarterback that can get him the ball. And a lot of teams are going to double and triple cover Michael Thomas. I think Emmanuel Sanders it looks like he's probably he's going to probably have the best season of his career at the age of 32, 33 years old. That's just what I'm thinking. But yeah, those are my. Oh, sorry. My Panthers losers. I forgot. I'm a Panther fan, diehard Panther fan, but I'm also a realist. I do not like the moves that we made. I do like the draft pick that we picked up, defense tech. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I do like that move because it filled the need. But in the offseason, we didn't fill a need for Luke Kuechly, and Blake Martinez was on the market. I know he's not. I don't know where he's at now. I know he's not back with Green Bay, but he was on the market. I don't know why we didn't make a run at him. And bringing in Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, we needed court. We knew we were gonna get rid of Cam, but I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is the answer for our future. Teddy Bridgewater, like I say, he's a great quarterback, but he's a filler. Like he's not. I'm not saying a backup. He's a game manager to me, right? I don't think that. You said what?
Yeah, he was good with the Vikings.
No, I'm saying he's good, but he's not a guy that's just. He doesn't scare. He's not scaring defenses. You know what I'm saying? And for us, I just thought that okay, yeah, we keep Christian, but it's like either are we rebuilding or we're not. I feel like my Panthers, are in denial at the fact that I think we're the worst team in the division, right? And knowing that, I wouldn't have brought in Teddy. I would have kind of took this year, not off, but I'm just saying, not tank, but I'm just saying, like, I would have just kept what we had. The quarterback that we had last year, he's with the Redskins. He went with Ron Rivera to Washington, right? I would have let him play Kyle. I can't remember his last name.
Kyle Allen.
I would have kept him. Right, and then kind of depending on where we fall in the draft, trying to make some moves to try to get Trevor Lawrence next year. But that's just me. So yeah, that's what I got.
So you see the Panthers going 0-16.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying us. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, in our division, I honestly have us winning, and I think we did it. I did it yesterday. We did it yesterday. I have us going 4-12 with the record that we have. I don't see any aspect. So we're not better than Tampa. Tampa's probably the best team next to New Orleans. They're probably the best team in the NFC South right now. We're not better than Atlanta. The only position that I could see that we are top tier at is with New Orleans, and that's with Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara as the top backs in that division. We don't have the best quarterback. We don't have the best O-line. We don't have the best defense. Like, I don't know there's no place in there there's no spot on our team that we have an advantage at over those other three teams. So, like I said, being realistic, I just don't see us winning that division, let alone winning more of those games that we have, based off our schedule.
Good answer.
So speaking of division winnings, who's taking the NFC North and who's taking the NFC East? Dad got his Cowboys in the East. I got my Vikings in the North.
I'll say this. Unless y'all want to go.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I do. Okay, sorry. I'm draining. I'm wet from 3. Sorry. So I'm just,
I think the Cowboys coming out the East with, don't get me wrong, with the Giants being number 2. I know that sounds like fishy, but I think Daniel Jones gonna clean it up a little bit. That's just me. If not him, the Redskins. I see Philly coming short-handed this year. I don't know. Maybe Jalen Hurts gonna get some reps in. I'm not against. I love Philadelphia Eagles organization, but I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm thinking that we're gonna come in. I think we're gonna come in number 1.
Go ahead, Evan. You wanna go?
That's tough right there. You got Philly coming in behind the Giants, behind Washington. They just picked up who? Chris Godwin?
No, Chris Godwin's in Tampa. He's a wide receiver.
Who'd they get? They just got a receiver.
Who, the Redskins?
No. The Eagles.
No, Eagles. The only one they brought was the kid out of TCU in the draft.
No, they got somebody from the Niners, didn't they? Or they
got somebody.
They got Goodwin, right?
No.
Oh, Marquise Goodwin. They did. They traded for him. They did.
You add him, Alshon, and D-Jack?
I'm not.
So you saying Marquise Goodwin?
Bruh.
That's speed. I mean,
he's not going to do it.
He's not going to drop the passes that Nelson Aguilar dropped last year. Nelson Aguilar dropped, 3 or 4 game-winning touchdown passes last year?
Aguilar.
Didn't Nelson come out?
He did, and I'm sad to say
I I was just saying, I could have sworn he came out of the
I was
U.S.
saying, hey, you had a Trojan sweater on part 1 of the episode.
I did. I like the Trojan. I like the Trojan.
Hey, but yeah, I don't know. It's between y'all and Philly in that division, man. And they got Darius Slay now to go up with Amari.
Oh, I forgot about Darius Slade.
Might be tough.
Hey, I don't want to hear nothing about Amari because, especially against top corners, which I think, I mean, in my opinion, I think Darius Slade, we would all probably say he's a top 10 cornerback in the league.
Yeah.
We've seen Amari Cooper last year when he went against Stephon Gilmore, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't he ask to get taken out the game?
Stephon Gilmore, I fucked his name. Stephon Gilmore is not your average corner.
But I'm saying, it's locked up. He asked, from reports, it was reported that he asked to get taken out that game.
No.
I don't know, Dez. I heard what
maybe he did. Maybe he fucking did. All right.
And I can't remember. There was another game. He said his tummy hurt. There was another game.
He had the BGs, huh? So Stephon Gilmore. Okay, you line up a lot of receivers against Stephon Gilmore. He gonna shut him the fuck down. First off,
I want to ask y'all this: do you guys consider? Do you guys think he deserved that contract that he just got, Amari?
I think he got a little bit too much. Like you said, I wouldn't have paid him before I paid Dak.
Absolutely.
And that being said, is he a top 10 wide receiver to you guys?
Yes.
He's a top 10 receiver. Right now, speaking, he's top 10.
I want to hear Dave.
Okay.
Dave, I ain't writing my top 10 down, but I want to know who is on this list and why Amari's not on it.
Okay, I got justification for you. Glad you asked, because I have something. So, number 1. Right, here it goes.
I'm writing this down as well, just so I can take a mental picture.
Please write it down. Number 1, I got Julio Jones, right? And I'll say this: these the top 3 that I'm mentioning, the order doesn't matter. So these top 3, only the top 3 don't matter, right? So I have Julio.
That's a given.
DeAndre Hopkins.
That's a given. I
have Michael Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Now get this. I was gonna put AB in this lineup only reason I didn't, right? He's not on the team, but let's be real. If AB gets signed tomorrow, is he going in your top 3 off rip? But he's not in my list now, but I'm just saying, let's be realistic.
I need him to play more than 3 weeks first.
I was about to say the same thing, Evan. I was gonna say 4 or 5.
That
but
one game he had with the Patriots, what do he have? Like almost $140, almost.
Nah, I think he had one touchdown.
But I mean, didn't they play Miami?
I mean, yeah, they played Miami, but still.
But I mean, let's be real. AB, he'd be a top 5 receiver right now if he was signed. So next after Michael Thomas, I have Devontae Adams. I have Odell after that. Despite regardless of the season, go ahead. What you guys say?
Let me take him to the back.
So I have Devontae Adams, right? Yeah. After Devontae Adams, I have Odell, right? Despite the season he had last year. I have Tyreek Hill after Odell. Anybody arguing that? Nope, don't think so. Mike Evans. I have Mike Evans after that. You writing that down? I'm just making sure Dad's got his notes right. Right. He logging what I'm saying. And I got Adam Thielen after Mike Evans.
Sir.
And I close out with Keenan Allen. Now, like I said, if
that's only 9.
That I was just about to get to that. If we take out AB, I'm still either putting Chris Godwin or Mike Williams in that 10th spot.
Mike Williams?
Mike Williams.
From the Chargers?
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. At 10, though.
Hey, say what
He didn't get 1,000 yards receiving.
At 10. He's 10.
At 10.
What about you? Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you said that because Mike Williams would definitely not be on my motherfucking list. Sorry.
That's if AB ain't on it, though.
AB, I said AB. AB didn't even play last year, so AB wouldn't be on my list.
I need 3 weeks.
And then Chris Godwin go there. I said Chris Godwin or Mike Williams.
Chris Godwin would actually be moved up.
Oh. So if he's in your top 10, well, you think I got him on mine? Ain't no room for Amari. If that's what you're getting at. Sorry.
Let me throw my trash list out before you and Dez get going at it. Can I throw my trash list out?
Thank you.
All right, I got D-Hop at 1, Julio at 2, and Mike Thomas at 3.
That's definitely a good one.
That's fair. That's fair, right? At 4, I got Odell. I got Tyreek Hill after that. I have Amari. Got Amari at 6, man.
At 6? No.
Devontae Adams.
Amari, bro.
Devontae Adams.
Oh,
Only because Devontae ain't got no help, so it's harder for him to get open than it is for Amari.
but he gets open though. It's harder, but he gets open.
Trust me, he in my division. I know the man get open.
One second. Can I say something? Devontae was out 4 games last year. So where are you really getting this information?
He's out because of what? Because of injury, right? I'd rather be out because of injury than asking my coach, "Hey, coach, can I get out? The corner's locking me up."
Hey, man.
I mean, let's be real.
After Devontae Adams, dog, I got Adam Thielen. Then I got Keenan Allen, and then at my last spot I got Mike Evans. That's my 10.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's my 10.
I guess y'all waiting to hear my 10. All right. First, number 1 would be Micah Thomas, man. It's just Big Mike. Can't guard Mike, whatever you want to call him. He'll definitely be my number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 would be DeAndre Hopkins. Man got hands. I would like to see him. You know, I like to see those hands that man got. Sticky fingers, whatever you want to call it. Julio will be my number 3. Number 4 would be Tyreek Hill. That man, he burnt speed. He got speed. Even though he was injured, he was out a couple of games with injury too.
Man's came back balling.
But he came back.
Man's came
back. Right? Mike Evans. I'm putting, me personally, I know this is going to sound weird, but I'm putting Mike Evans and Chris Godwin in the same loop. Because you can't have Mike Evans without a Chris Godwin and vice versa. So, I mean, them dudes are in, they like the receivers from, they like Jimmy Smith. That's not his name. I can't think of his name. Get back with you.
Wait. Who you talking about corners? Jimmy Smith? What you said?
No, not Jimmy Smith. Not Jimmy Smith. The guys, the Lightning and Thunder from the Jaguars back in the day. I can't think of them guys' name.
Talking about running backs?
No, it was Lightning and Thunder for the Jaguars receivers.
Oh.
I can't think of it. But that's
James, not James Blackman. You're not talking about way back 2000.
Way back.
Talking about before that. Oh, okay.
Jaguars, yeah.
Justin Blackman.
I remember later, but Lightning and Thunder. That's how they are. They like Lightning and Thunder. Them dudes are like coming in at number 5 together. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I'm gonna roll with my man Evan. I'm going with Amari. Then Devontae, then Odell, then Adam Thielen. But I'm also putting Adam Thielen with
Stephon.
You know it.
But you know Stephon's not in Minnesota anymore, right?
I do know that. But then is
you're going off of last season? Huh? You're going off of last season, man.
I'm going off last season. I'm not going off.
Adam missed a lot of games last year, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Adam did. You know, durability is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
On the receivers, and I'm going off durability. Also, Amari was injured. You know, he a couple of games.
With the games that he asked to get taken out. Yeah. I'm not letting that go,
bro. And yeah, that's about it.
I wanted to touch back on something real quick. So
look at those.
In the last topic we talked about, just real brief. So another thing that I liked about with Dallas, another reason I chose them to improve is the fact that they brought in Mike McCarthy and let go of Coach Clapp, a.k.a. Jason Garrett. Mike McCarthy holds, in the regular season, a 125-77 record. Playoff record's not that good at 10-8, right? But I believe that him bringing in the offensive pedigree that he that he had once in Green Bay and bringing that to Dallas with the weapons they had, bringing in CD Lamb. Forgot to say that was a great pickup, even though at the time we felt like they needed a corner at that moment. You couldn't pass on CD. That's another reason why I chose Dallas. But sorry, I had to go back. I just had to let that out. So we'll go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
What that defense gonna do, man? We all know what they got on the offensive side.
I think the defense is still. I think their defense isn't bad if Leighton Vander Esch could stay healthy, right? That front seven is good. I mean, and if we can get DeMarcus Ware of 2 years ago, right? Them bringing in boy from he played for us last year.
All right, y'all got HaHa now, right?
We got HaHa. We got HaHa. We got Trevor Diggs.
Yeah.
Secondary is gonna be looking a little bit better. They're talking about moving Awuzie to safety,
right? Yeah. Or was it Xavier Woods going to safety?
Xavier Woods already said they're talking about moving Awuzie to safety and sliding HaHa over to strong safety.
Okay.
Something like that. So we'll see how that goes. I think that would be a good move. Because remember when they moved Byron Jones, I thought Byron Jones was a better safety than he was corner, you know?
Got you.
So
y'all had so much high expectations for y'all defense last year. Y'all played so lazy to me, though, man.
And they brought in Gerald McCoy. That's what I was thinking of. Gerald McCoy.
So then Terry Poe.
Yeah.
Y'all could have got Everson Griffin, but y'all playing. So he gonna come back home to us, unless he goes to Seattle.
Well, we right now we're looking at Jadeveon Clowney, but I don't think we're gonna pay that man. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I don't think we're gonna pay that man all that money and then leave Dak. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Andy Dalton is the rare rifle, some may call him. You know, he's good, but Dak made plays, man. You know, and you can't take that away from that man. He
and people don't think about it. I mean, I think I was telling you guys the other day. People don't think about it's a different animal, though. The market from Cincinnati to Dallas is completely different. You know what I'm saying? So you lose games in Cincinnati, yeah, everybody's complaining, whatever. You lose games in Dallas when you're supposed to win.
Bro, we on your head.
Run you up out of it.
Absolutely. Dak lost against the Jets last year.
Mm-hmm. Well, then, yeah, with that cake first 4 games, was it? Where he was, and everybody was saying, "Oh, look at Dallas, they playing the Redskins. Oh, look at Dallas, they playing Miami." Like, yeah.
You know, Dak lost some big games last year, man. And when they talk about Dak, you know, the first thing you're gonna hear is garbage yards.
Yeah, 100%. That's what most of his yards
go in tandem with his name nowadays.
I mean, it's facts.
It's truth though.
And that's probably how Jerry look at it. He's probably tired of the goddamn garbage yards. He want prime time yards, man.
But I just don't know what Jerry wants him to prove though at this point.
But this is what I want to know. Whose fault is it that, I mean, yes, I'm blaming offense too, but whose fault is it? Okay, you're up 24 or whatever, down however many points, you know what I'm saying, at the start of the second half or the start of the fourth quarter. That's not all Dak's fault. That defense had a lot to do with that too. But it's like they put a lot of it on Dak, and at least this is the way I would think about it. At least he's able to get y'all back in game. At least he's able to get us back in games when the defense.
I think Dak is a second half player, and what they, because if you look at it in like the previous seasons, Dak will always like show out in the third, right after halftime.
Right.
But you gotta remember that Zeke was always, you know, he was always geared up for them first 2 quarters, so that when it came time for them to switch the motive, you know, or switch what they plan was, Dak was right there to pick him up. Zeke went to fucking Cabo, whatever.
Cabo, yeah. Came back looking like he was still in Cabo.
He still looked good, but he looked a little slower. He wasn't that first quarter, that them 4 quarters type of running back this year, man. He took Travis, and that's why Tony Pollard came through a lot for them boys, because he had that stamina. You could tell his work ethic was there. You know what I mean? Not to take that away from Zeke, but we always looked at Zeke like, okay, Zeke coming out the first quarter, going in the half with fucking 72 yards. Like, that's damn good.
Yeah.
You know, and then them last 32, them last 30, 40 yards in the second half is because, you know, just to slow down the tempo because Dak done made up for it. But they didn't do that last year. So hopefully this year it happens.
Hypothetically speaking, well, not necessarily hypothetically because it might be a real thing. If Dak holds out this upcoming season, what type of offense are we expecting? Are we expecting more of a passing attack, or are we weighing on Zeke?
Passing.
I think Mark McCarthy, the good thing about him is same thing with Aaron Rodgers. He has a tendency to kind of look at what you're good at, right? And his offense does, the way he runs his scheme, it revolves around the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So it will be more passing, but it's going to tend more towards Dak's strengths. It's not going to look like how it was with Aaron Rodgers because obviously Aaron Rodgers is one of a kind. He stronger arm, can make certain throws that Dak can't make. But him being an offensive-minded coach, he will gear the offense. Ultimately, you like that gear.
What if Dak holds out though? What type of scheme are we going to see? Are we going to see a heavy running Dallas team, or are we going to see still a passing team?
I think he's going to have to better pocket passes. So I'm thinking more running, just to help them out with that scheme.
I think you're going to have to turn it to more. I think you're going to have to rely more on Zeke, only because Andy Dalton. I know he can't do the things Dak can do, and make throws Dak can make. He's decent, right? But I don't think he's a guy that's going to be able to carry you through the season just based off of his arm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Andy Dalton made a lot. And you look back to all them passes he had to Tyler Eifert and AJ Green and all them guys. Tyler Eifert was sitting in that pocket back when he was the Red Rifle. He was sitting in that pocket. And he was making passes. Not saying that Dak can't, but Dak. You look at his college tapes, man. He did a lot of running, and you're like, damn, you know, he a big guy.
Well, that's what Mississippi State. They're a heavy running team. They run a lot. You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm kind of over the whole conversation between like saying quarterbacks. So let me say this. So at the time when what's his name? Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. At the time when Andy Dalton was making those passes, AJ Green at the time was a top 5 wide receiver. I don't think him coming back from injury, I don't think he is anymore. But when we look at quarterbacks and these receivers, I'll use DeAndre Hopkins for an example. DeAndre Hopkins was so elite, right, that he was making these quarterbacks that were trash. If you have a number 1 receiver, it's been proven that any quarterback will look good. Think about the quarterbacks that were throwing to DeAndre Hopkins. They weren't good, but while they were on the Texans, right, they were posting higher numbers. It's been proved. So history and statistics prove you have an average quarterback, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's why Amari Cooper, I don't see – he's the number 1 for Dallas, but I don't see him as an elite receiver, right? So time will tell you. They better hope Dak plays because I think that Andy Dalton will get exposed if the Cowboys have to rely on him to carry them through the whole season. And Dak, like I said earlier, Dak ain't playing no games. He ain't all buddy-buddy with Jerry. That's why I think he's in the situation where he's in now. And they better – this right now, they're often – if they don't have Dak, that's all they're going to miss. That's all they're missing to get to the playoff and possibly further. You're not winning that division. I'm telling you right now, you might as well just hand it to the Eagles if you sit there and don't have Dak this season.
I don't concur.
I think Carson Wentz the best quarterback in that division anyway.
When he's healthy, but he can't stay healthy.
I mean, did he get hurt last year? I don't remember him getting hurt last year.
He did. He hurt his neck on like the first drive or something of the playoffs, right? Yeah, the playoffs. First drive.
At least he got him there. At least he got him there, though.
I have a question for y'all too. So,
if you switched Dak and Carson last year, Dallas would have been a whole different team. You'd have flopped teams with them.
Let me ask y'all this: in a redraft, right? In a redraft of when they all came out, you had number 1, number 2, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. Are you taking Dak over both of those guys?
I'm taking Dak over Jared.
Oh yeah, Jared. Yeah. I don't even know why I put Jared in.
Yeah, I'm taking Dak over Jared for sure.
I'm taking Dak over Jared as well.
Well, let me ask you this: if you are taking Dak over Jared, are you taking them over them in later rounds, like they drop to later rounds, or are you taking Dak number 1, number 2 over? You get what I'm saying? Are you moving those top ones back, or are you moving Dak up?
I'm moving them top ones back.
Yeah, I'm moving him back as well.
I ain't taking Dak that early because nobody expected Dak to have the rookie season that he had. First off,
No, but then again, he wasn't expected to because they had Tony Romo.
Tony blew out his back or
And he
something.
got injured. Yeah, he got injured, so he kind of just got thrown in there.
I don't know, man. It's that what if situations. It's crazy.
Huh?
It's always those what if situations that make you think.
Definitely gonna be a crazy season, but I just hope that they're smart about it. Dak's not gonna sign that. If he hasn't signed it by now, I don't see him signing that franchise tender. Like I said, I think the worst thing. I think honestly, Dak is a person like he's a caring person. Like I just see him as a person that he's team first, right? And we know that. Then bringing in Andy Dalton, I think ultimately will bite them in the butt because you bringing him in, what it tells Dak is the fact that y'all feel that y'all don't need him and y'all can still win games without him. I think that they could have rolled the wave a little bit longer.
I don't think that's what it was. I don't think that's what it was. I think ultimately, who you rather have? Let me ask you this: as let's say he goes down, who you rather have? Cooper Rush or Andy Dalton?
I would have took Andy Dalton, but I just feel like Dak wants to come back. It's not a situation where Dak just doesn't want, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just wants his money.
I don't think, I'm not talking about the man. I'm talking about, let's say he does play, Jerry does pay him the money.
Right.
Who is the better suitable backup QB in that situation?
Clearly,
This man for
Andy, of course.
For this much money as a backup?
I just feel like it was bad timing though. Like
the timing is bad because I think Andy Dalton still would have been on the market right now.
It seems like you're trying to put pressure under Dak to hurry up and sign.
I don't think that's what it was.
That may not have been the motive. That's what I'm getting though.
I mean, I didn't take it like that. I took it as if.
And it's like, yo, we signed up for $3 million guaranteed. Like,
yeah, I mean, we're gonna see how it pans out, but I just feel like Dallas. I mean, Jerry's talking about he wants to win a Super Bowl. You're not helping your case by not paying this man what he deserves, right? I wanted to ask you guys. Well, we said we were going to talk about this as well. The other day, Des, you brought up a good scenario, right, between Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, two of the last two MVPs. If either one of them, you said if either one of them went to a team in their division, which one of them would still thrive in a system in their division, right? I'll start it, and I'll say the one that would thrive the most to me is, of course, Patrick Mahomes, and I'm not just saying it's because it's Patrick Mahomes. When I look at the Chargers, I think he would definitely thrive in the Chargers because I feel like the Chargers are the only team besides Kansas City, in that division that is playoff ready right now, like that is ready to compete for a Super Bowl. That's why, I mean, I think we talked about it the other day when we said Justin Herbert, if he can show the Chargers that he is what they think he is, they're out of the top 10 teams that picked in this draft, they're the most Super Bowl ready teams right now because all they were missing they weren't missing. I mean, Phillip Rivers, he's up there in age, but defense is stout, offense is weapons, right? They lost Melvin Gordon. But then you bring in, you still have Austin Eckler, which Austin Eckler, he fits what Patrick Mahomes would love to have as far as a running back, shifty running back, quick, can catch, right? And that's kind of like what Kansas City. We look at what Kansas City did in this draft with picking up Clyde Edwards-Helaire, similar kind of style running backs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire more of between the tackles running back than Austin Eckler is, but both shifty, both can move, fast twitch, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I think moving Patrick Mahomes to the Chargers, I don't think he'd lose a step. I don't think he'd lose a step regardless, but I think he'd be right on track moving with going with San Diego. I keep saying San Diego, LA. Lamar Jackson, on the other hand, just looking, I don't see a team that he needs to go to a team that fits him, right? That fits his system. Run heavy running team. The only team that I feel like that he could possibly do that in that division would be the Browns, with having Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's the only one. But then again, with them, Lamar Jackson, he doesn't pass. They don't focus on receivers a lot. So I think it'll be a lot of tension there. You have Jarvis, you have Odell, you have Njoku, you brought in Austin Hooper. I don't think. Well, actually, the tight ends, they'd probably thrive, but as far as those stud receivers, there probably be some tension there in that aspect. I don't see it happening. I don't see him thriving in Pittsburgh, right? I don't see him really thriving. Of course, Cincinnati, I don't see that or whatever. What's the other team there? You got Cincinnati. Oh, Ravens, Steelers, Cincinnati, and the Browns. Yeah. So only one I would see what possibly would be the Browns because they have good running backs and they can run the ball, but then every other position on that offense is affected. We look at Baltimore. Baltimore doesn't have. They have. I mean, Marquise
Brown. Yeah.
Marquise Brown is there, but they're not. There's no receivers on that team that are like, I need the ball. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Before him, they don't really have anybody. Even him being as young as he is, when you see younger receivers, typically you don't see them as greedy or as like having this big egos. You know, we didn't even see that with AB his first couple years in the league till he started getting till he got his money. But yeah, so that's just, I think Patrick Mahomes would be better off with, he'd thrive with the Chargers 100%, not losing step.
Yeah. All right, man. When it comes to Pat Mahomes, I'm for sure taking the Chargers as well. Like you said, that team is polished from top to bottom. Defense, offense, top to bottom. They just got Linval Joseph from the Vikings, get a healthy Derwin James back, and you throw Pat Mahomes into the mix with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams? Come on.
On that defensive line, you got Joey Bosa on one side, Melvin Ingram the other.
Now you got Linval to stuff the middle?
And ball in the middle.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't.
That's probably the best fit. Yeah.
Don't forget about Hunter Henry, too.
Hunter Henry, he got Hunter Henry back. Like, yeah. But when it comes to the Lamar Jackson thing, I disagree with you. I feel like Pittsburgh would be the best fit for him. Going to Pittsburgh, you have, like you said, Marquise Brown isn't hungry for the ball. Like, he's not like, yo, I need it. Like, the typical diva type of receiver.
Right.
Juju's the same way. And Juju drives and blocking. When Juju was at SC, he was an amazing blocker. He get outside with Juju, with James Conner in front of him.
Right.
Yeah. And they got Ebron now. Ebron's a pretty solid blocker. And they still got, what's his name, TJ McDonald? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they just got Derek Watt, too, at fullback. So he has some blockers in front of him if you were to go to Pittsburgh. And that defense is up and coming. They're hungry right now. Blitzburg. Yeah, I think he'll fit in perfect.
I agree, man. Patrick Mahomes going to the Chargers, man. Come on, man. And we don't even need to talk about the other people in the AFC South, man. You know, maybe the Raiders. No, I don't really see that. Don't say nothing, Dave. I know you was about to say something.
I got a hot take that I was gonna put out, but I'm gonna wait for you to finish.
And then I'd say he go to the Patriots. I mean, to the Patriots. To Lamar go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. You know, all that blocking that they got, you still got all them. They got Pittsburgh got a great offensive line out there in Pittsburgh, and that defense is up and coming, man. They got motherfuckers all around the horn. You know what I mean? So
hungry, man.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely going Pittsburgh. Don't get me wrong. Browns. The offensive line is struggling out there, man. Nah.
I don't think that, bro. You got Odell. Odell's a diva. I love Odell to death. Odell ain't getting that ball too much.
No, I think this year he probably gonna have his best season. I just had that feeling. I feel like he coming back hungry. I feel like Baker's going.
Yeah, you got to split them. You got to split them. LSU brothers, man.
See, I don't got to go. Only reason I don't think so because they're two different types of receivers. I mean, they're two different receivers.
Give them a different. It's that simple. Give them a different quarterback.
Oh, or that, or that.
Also, they have a new quarterback. They have, I don't know his name, from Minnesota. Wasn't he your guys' offensive coordinator?
Who, us?
Yeah, their head coach. He came from Minnesota.
What's that man's name? Shit, I forgot. He's irrelevant now. I don't care about him.
Yeah. But I wanted to just throw something out there too about those Raiders. We didn't really get into the draft, obviously, because this show started after. But I wanted to say something about Henry Ruggs. That Henry Ruggs pick. I really do disagree with the fact, not denying the talent, right? Fastest receiver in the draft, no doubt. But to me, if you're sitting there and you have Jerry Jeudy, right? Mind you, Jerry Jeudy's not a burner. He's not a burner like Henry Ruggs is. He's a better route runner, but I think overall, longevity-wise, he will end up being a much better receiver as far as lasting in the league. Alabama receivers usually do really well in the NFL. But to me, Henry Ruggs comes off to me. I don't know if you guys remember the draft a few years ago, the Amari Cooper draft. When it was this argument. I mean, it's a big old debate between are the Raiders going to take at 4 or 5? I think he got picked up at 5. At number 5, are they taking Amari Cooper or if it was Kevin White from West Virginia? Obviously, they ended up taking Amari Cooper. The Bears ended up getting Kevin White. Henry Ruggs, and this thing, Kevin White was talked about because not just because of the year, he had speed. Dude was out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Like all world as far as speed goes. Henry Ruggs comes off. Kevin White. You remember?
Wait, I remember Kevin White.
So he comes off to me. Obviously, that didn't pan out. Super bust. He comes off to me not as a bust, but he comes off to me as a pick that ultimately, like I said, if you have another choice, I feel like the Raiders, who always I don't even want to talk about their history on corners and whiffing on corners, and that pick at 19, then taking anyway, old boy from Ohio State. Anyway, but I just think that them taking Henry Ruggs or over Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb will end up coming back to bite them in the butt later down the line. First couple years, yes, I think he will be fine, but neither Derek Carr or Marcus Mariota, I don't care how much speed you have, your quarterback isn't that good. It doesn't matter. So them having Mariota and Derek Carr at behind center, it doesn't really matter. Whereas I think Jeudy comes off to me as the type of receiver that kind of like a Julio. I feel like if Julio had any quarterback, he'd make any quarterback look good. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I get. I don't feel like Henry Ruggs is that guy. So, but that was just me just getting that out because I felt like I had to. So
you didn't have to.
I felt like I did.
I don't care about the damn Raiders, man.
So what I want to do, next, I mean, since we pretty much are done with the whole football conversation, I mean, that's all I got for football. I want to get an Evans bag for a little bit, basketball. That's his bread and butter. So what I want to ask you, if the season was still going on today, from where we left off in the season, who did you have hypothetically as winning the MVP?
So you taking me first, huh?
Yeah. Let's take. Yeah, that's your joint. Let's do that.
Man, I got my boy LeBron, man. The only thing I could see affecting him from getting MVP if the season were still going right now would be him having another MVP talent on the team within AD. But you just got to look at his number for 35 years old with the competition in the West. This is unheard of. Never seen anything like it before. You're a Super Brown fan. You know this.
Yeah.
35 years old looking like he's 23. Come on.
Internally, he looks outside.
Quarantine got him looking a little rough. He's looking like about 80. But
this sucks. I feel like we were robbed. Not just were we robbed of NBA sports in general, but I just feel like
the Lakers are robbed of chip.
He's not getting any younger, and this was the year that the Lakers would have won it, I believe. That's just unfortunate because next year's year 18. So, we don't know where they'll be.
With him, though, shit, you can't even play that in a factor because every time you think he's going to slow down, he come back 100 times better.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, like this man is a freak of nature. Like 35 years old, averaging 27 a game, over 10 assists a game.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Unreal.
But the only thing that can stop that is him having AD on his team. So with that being said, if it wouldn't be Bron, it'd either be Giannis to take it again, or because the way they do MVP, it goes by best record. So it'll be between him and Giannis again, man.
Right.
Yeah.
What you got, Des?
Huh?
What you got?
I'm going LeBron, man. I mean, not to I'm jumping on that wagon, I'm jumping on that wagon. I'm going LeBron. The Lakers looking good this year, man. I think they could have went the whole nine. I mean, the whole mile.
So, I actually have a difference in opinion. Typically. So I'm a big Bron fan. Love LeBron, but I'm also realistic. I do believe. I have Giannis and Bron as they would have been battling for the MVP as far as 1 and 2 respectively. But I do have Giannis winning the MVP. So if you compare numbers between Giannis and Bron, Giannis at 29 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. Bron at 25 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. Bucks with a record of 53 and 12. Lakers 49 and 14 before they went out. Numbers are very similar, but ultimately, like I said, based off a record, my feeling is my thought process is a little different. So I'm thinking, if you have the Bucks, you have the Lakers. You take off Bron, you take off the Bucks. Obviously, Lakers still having AD, I feel like they still thrive, right? They're still a great team. Whereas the Bucks still have talent, especially defensively, right? Especially, go ahead.
I don't know, bro, because you leave AD by himself with the Lakers. Who else get relied on?
I mean, but you still have AD. I feel like you got a chance. I mean, you still have a top 3, top 5 player on your team.
But look at the West, though. AD's not bro. He's not the type of player to carry a team by himself.
See, I think, but it's the thing. At 49 and 14, right? You take off. Well, not at that point. Well, I guess you're right. I'm not even going to talk about where because we wouldn't know where Bron was left off. But I'm just thinking, both of them without either player, I mean, I feel like Lakers would still be okay. Like, that's just what I feel. Even though, actually, I might have to I might have to retract that because Bron's played a lot of minutes, and a lot of times we saw this year when Bron would go out, Lakers would look like deer in the headlights, like they don't know what they're doing. So, I mean, I do agree, but I feel like the Bucks still wouldn't be that good, right? I also think of the fact that the Lakers, as far as if we're even talking about championship point, I feel like the Lakers would have it's a brutal West, and by the time they got to the championship, they'd be exhausted. Where I feel like even with like the Bucks running through the East, I feel like they'd run through the East, and it would be pretty. Look. I don't feel like I'm not saying run through. Like, as far as like it would just be it'd be a sure thing, but I do feel like it'd be a little easier than it would be for the Lakers getting there. And on top of that, as far as when we talk about MVP conversation, I feel like Giannis when you're watching these games, LeBron no doubt looks great, but I feel like there's so many players in the West that, yeah, Bron, of course, he's better than them, but everybody just looks very like they all look great, right? I feel like in the East, Giannis is just so dominant. He stands out that when he plays his competition, even though whether Bron looks better or whatever, it's just the fact that in the East, it's clear that Giannis is the most dominant player in the East, just like Bron did when he was at the Cavs, right? It's just clear, like you can't miss it, right? So that's just where I'm at. I got Giannis winning the MVP, but I had the Lakers winning the championship, no doubt. And then, like I said, again, it just sucks that we were robbed of even the brewing and the coming up of possibly the Clippers and the Lakers for the conference championship. You know what I'm saying? Or, something of that aspect. So it's just unfortunate.
Don't even get me started on that. We was about to have another one in the rafters, dog.
Yeah, it really does. It's really unfortunate. Let's see. What else y'all want to talk about? What else do we want to talk about?
Let's talk about that starting five.
Oh, so all right. So have you guys been? You guys say you guys haven't watched The Last Dance yet, right?
I've had a chance to watch The Last Dance.
So if you watch The Last Dance, I'm pretty sure most people have watched The Last Dance. I finished episode 6. Yeah, episode 6 because they're on 7 and 8 this weekend. Those 90s Bulls, particularly 96, 95, Rodman came in. So when he came in, particularly that team, when they were what we all remember them as of today, they looked extremely dominant. And it got me to thinking, what 5 players, current and old, could you put together to possibly compete? Because you guys, I mean, Evan, you probably already know without even watching the doc, but if you watch this documentary, dog, the Bulls team, they look unreal. And then for me, like I said, I grew up more as a football guy, so I obviously everybody knows about Jordan, right? But me being born in 91, I didn't pay attention to basketball, and by the time I came of age, got older and stuff like that, paying attention. Kobe was in the league. It was a new era coming in, you know what I'm saying, and then the old era going out by the time I started really paying attention to basketball somewhat. So when you watch this team, you realize, wow, they were extremely dominant. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know. I knew Magic was the best point guard, but a lot of that's word of mouth or highlights. When they show certain highlights of Magic in this doc, that was unreal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there thinking, watching this doc, I'm like, who could beat these guys? Like when they say that the old school way of basketball, these new cats, like this new era, they couldn't compete with them back then. There's no way. Like there's no way. So I asked you guys. I said, if you guys create a top five to possibly compete, not necessarily beat, because bro, I'm convinced, right? Just like I'm convinced, I'm hanging up my argument where I say Bron is the best player in NBA history. I love my guy, you know, but I'm definitely giving that to Jordan. I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong after watching this doc. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just want to know from your guys' standpoint, what five could you possibly put together to beat these Bulls, particularly 96, 97 Bulls?
Yeah, man. It wasn't too hard, man.
Now, for the basketball guy.
Say it like that. No. Not to say it like that. It was a great team. By all means, great team. But you're gonna have to play defense to beat them, and you're gonna have to be able to score on the other end to compete, right? So as you and you already know on the whole GOAT situation, you already know where I stand on that. You already know. Big Kobe Bean. But anyway. Besides the topic. Anyway, at point, I'm going Magic. You got a 6'9" point guard going against who they have at the one? Ron Harper? Yeah, no chance.
Wait, was Ron? Oh, it wasn't John Paxson anymore, right?
Even if it was.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You got Magic. You got Magic at the one. You got Kobe at the two. Him and Jordan going at each other. Jordan gonna get his. Kobe gonna get his on the other end, regardless. Mm-hmm. You got Scotty on Bron. They're gonna cancel each other out. They're gonna go at it. And then I got Karl Malone going at it with Dennis Rodman. Karl Malone big. He's physical. I just don't know how he could have handled the mental aspect of Dennis.
Yeah.
But besides that fact, I went with size and physicality to match up with him. Because Karl Malone is straight bully. Like, go watch the highlights if you need to. Straight bully. I'm talking about. Remember Ron Artest elbowed James Harden in the head a couple years ago? Yeah, Karl Malone was doing that every game. Coming down rebounds, throwing straight bows, right? So I got Karl Malone at the 4. And clearly I got my man the Diesel at the 5, dog. Most dominant force we ever seen at the 5. I'm going Shaq.
I just feel like I like
that Bulls, dog. You can either man them up, but if I was a coach, I'm preferably putting them in the 3-2 zone. Magic up top, Bron and Kobe on the wings, with my two bigs back on the blocks. Yeah, good luck scoring. Good luck scoring on that.
Yeah, see, I don't think you can man him up just because I feel like Jordan is just a straight mismatch for anybody that tries to guard him one-on-one.
You want to go first? Retaliate. Kobe gonna get his on the other end.
Des, you want to go first, or?
Yeah, I go ahead. Similar list to Evan. With the big pros. Similar list, man. At the 5, I'm going with Shaq D. You know what I mean? I mean, who else can you say? You know what I'm saying? Going against, what his name? Bill Wilmington, whatever the fuck his name? Or Cartwright, whatever.
Right.
At the 4 though, I think I'm going Tim Duncan. 3 LeBron, 2 Kobe, and I was gonna go Magic, but Evan said Magic. I want to put a little speed out there,
right?
And go with AI.
Not bad.
That's not. I mean,
I debated about Tim Duncan for a little bit. I struggled with that 4 spot a little bit.
I just feel like Tim Duncan's too slow.
Tim Duncan to give it to you though.
I think he's just too slow. I mean, I don't.
You could have.
I think with him, you couldn't rely on him to really score for you. I just feel like Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman would give you too many fits. I don't think that, bro. Dennis Rodman. I'm telling you, I watched this documentary, and
I don't give a damn about the documentary, Dave.
Tim Duncan getting his, dog. But you could have went Tim Duncan. I went Karl Malone. You could have went that route, or you could even went Kevin Garnett. To be honest, prime dog.
Forgot about
You
KG.
got about to out mentally play Kevin Garnett.
Well, y'all done with y'all picks, man?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Let's go
Like
ahead.
I had the opportunity to try to, but let me tell y'all about this winning lineup right here. So what I got, right? My thought process behind it was I was like, I need guys that can defend. I mean, not necessarily you're not gonna neutralize this team. That team, like you need 5 that can just purely defend, right? And then you only need a couple scores because right back then we know the 3-point ball wasn't really that prevalent and that big as it is now. So I'm thinking, okay, we could probably win with some 3-pointers, but a lot of the points coming from the paint, right? So my number 1, I went with the 9-time first team all defensive player of the year in '96. I went Gary Payton. Gary Payton, we all know, not just defensive player, not just a great defensive player, but a terrific trash talker, right? And it was also things I read like when Jordan he would get under Jordan's skin, right? And it would irritate him, piss him off, kind of take him out of his game, kind of somewhat, not fully, but I want him just for the trash talking, but also because of his defense. Number 2, I went another 9-time first team all defense, 2-time scoring champ. So I'm getting a little scoring in there too. I went Kobe Bean Bryant as well to guard Jordan. I feel like I was, as everybody knows, in the doc, he even said that Kobe doesn't get his rings without Jordan. So we all realized that, which I don't think a lot of people knew, that they were as close. I honestly didn't know they were. I knew probably they had conversations, stuff like that, but I didn't know they were as close as they ended up portraying or showing. And Kobe ended up telling himself in the documentary. So a lot of their games catered towards each other. The third person I went with, 5-time all defensive player, floor general. Mainly I picked him up for his passing. I went LeBron James. Like I said, I went with him mainly for his for his passing and his defense. I'm talking about primetime LeBron James. I feel like he's kind of slacked a little bit on the defense, but that's okay. I think he's up there in age. We all know he's up there in age. He deserves to save his energy and needs that. So after that, I went with somebody that, because like I said earlier, my thought process is getting a lot of our points from the paint and some from 3, but we don't need, I don't need guards that, I'll get a lot of shooting. I'll get shooting from Kobe as well, but I don't need my guards to be just shooters, right? Like today's game. So I went with the 4-time scoring champ. I went Kevin Durant. I just feel like with his wingspan, I feel like no matter what era it is, I mean, yes, I just feel like his arc and the way he shoots, I don't feel like anybody can defend him. That's just me. I feel like he can score from anywhere. That's just where I feel. And like I said, I'm taking away from defense on that. Even though he's not the worst defender, but he's not the best. You said what?
He's an underrated defender, if anything.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's not the best. He's not better than Gary. I mean, he's not better than Kobe. He's not better than Gary Payton. But I'm just saying, like, he's decent, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? I'm mainly getting him for his scoring, right? Number 5, I also was gonna go Shaq, but I just feel like I said, because I need the scoring. I would love the scoring in the paint. I went with the 5-time NBA first team all defensive player, 2-time scoring champ, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I just feel like in the paint, I just feel like I said, most of my points are going to come from KD and Kareem, and I'm going to let Kobe and Gary do whatever they do on defense against Jordan and Pippen. Dennis Rodman, at that time, he wasn't known for scoring, right? So I feel like we can kind of get away with maybe putting KD on him if we have to, or even Bron, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's my starting 5, and I feel like that 5 right there would give them fits 100%. So
that KD on Dennis Rodman ain't sitting well with me, dog. That's not sitting well with me.
Only reason I say that because Dennis Rodman's not. Go ahead.
Yeah, he could shoot. KD shooting over anybody, right? But you said you want paint scoring. KD, if he goes to the paint in that era on Dennis Rodman, KD's getting hurt.
Well, I'm not saying driving. I'm talking about just pulling up maybe from the free throw line, pulling up from inside the arc, like anywhere in the arc. I'm not. Hey, KD for last better not take his ass in under that net, under the paint.
The type of error that is, if you get going early, you're going to get hit with a cheap shot, so you won't pull up with that again.
They were saying, they said,
like in the same sense of, like, let's say you playing football, right? You catch a slant and you take it like 20 yards. You try to come across that middle again, I'm gonna put one in you, so you won't try to do it again.
And all football players know, if you've ever played football, if your coach look up and say, "Hey, you playing slot?"
GG.
Hey, brace for impact. That's all I'm saying, bro. Get prepared. Your ass is going in that middle.
Then you said you can leave KD guarding Dennis Rodman, right?
Yeah.
KD not strong enough to box out Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman's doing all the dirty work. He's diving for loose balls. He trying to get up in your grill. He gonna rip it from you. He gonna hit you. He gonna bust you in your mouth.
Well, then you get help from Bron. Then I don't feel like, but like I said, Dennis isn't. I'm not scared of Dennis offensively.
So you're gonna double down and box out on Dennis Rodman and leave Scotty in the corner on the wing for a three.
Look, Evan, I don't fucking know. All I know is all I know is I did my thorough research. I went with this list, and I'm confident in this list. All the other shit that you didn't do, bro.
I'm glad you believe, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
I just don't. I mean,
believe in you.
Yeah, I just feel like I have enough confidence in them, and I just think with my mindset where I'm going with, I don't know about Scottie Pippen in the corner three, the baseline, so-and-so coming off the bench. I don't know. All I know is
you don't leave Scotty, dog.
No. They're all guarding somebody. I'm just saying, like, certain players, like Scotty and Jordan, they're getting my top two defenders. But where's my list at? Sorry, my list. Gary Payton and Kobe and Bron, they're doing the switching on them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm cool with Gary Payton or Kobe switching off and guarding. I'm even cool with Gary Payton going on Jordan and then Kobe going on Scotty. I'm cool with that too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I went with that. You know, and then Bron, prime, I got to keep saying prime LeBron. Prime Bron, I'm cool with him picking up whatever point guard they got. I'm not really worried about. Or if Bron has to take Dennis and you move KD, switch him on whatever point guard they got. Like I said, John Paxson, I'm not really worried about John Paxson. A lot of the shots that he made, I mean, Jordan, they found him and stuff like that. He's a shooter, you know what I'm saying? But he's not driving to. I feel like KD can handle him, especially just off length alone. But yeah, I mean, I went
with size. My shortest player on my team is 6'6" with Kobe. I went size and physicality. My whole five ain't taking no BS from nobody. Go look at Karl Malone's size. Like, the man is pure muscle. Like,
I mean, I think he was in the doc a little bit, but if it ain't in the doc, I ain't.
Yeah. Do some research outside that doc, dog.
No, I know Karl Malone's dominant. I know he was a great player, no doubt. Like I said, but a lot of these players, just like with Magic, obviously I knew more about Magic, but like I said, a lot of these players at where I'm at now, years later, being older, you definitely have an appreciation for that era. So all these younger guys, all these guys talking about, this league, the 3-point era, stuff like that. The 96 Bulls, the 90s Bulls period, bro, because even before Dennis even got there, right, they was looking, Jordan and Scotty, I just feel like in this era today, I feel like they could easily be top 5 players, top 10 players in the league. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely have a different respect watching that documentary. You have different respect for that era and those 90s Bulls. 100%. So pretty much that is all we have for all I got as far as topics for, unless you guys got something else as far as sports and music. But did you guys want to get into the miscellaneous topic, the 2 miscellaneous topics we came up with?
Yes, sir.
So Dez asked the other day about movies for the culture, right? And we just thought of a question. We said, so if somebody came up to you guys, right, want to know about Black culture, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what movie would you tell somebody, okay, this is for the culture? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that movie for y'all?
I'm going to Wood, man.
That was one.
I'm going to Wood, man. You got
the Wood.
I'm going to Wood. You got your game bangers. You got people think they got females, and you got regular cats, and you got the funny man. You got Slim. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got when it comes to the culture. You got everybody think they funny. You got your one boy that think he got all the females in the world. You got the neutral cat. You know what I'm saying? You got your game banging affiliates. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the Wood is us in a nutshell, dog.
$1.
$1 you got that. Like, come on, man.
I'm going Boys in the Hood, man.
Damn, I should have went first. Go ahead.
Boys in the Hood, you know, we got John Singleton, may him rest in peace, man. Great director, writer. You got all the elements of that you need, really. You got people trying to make it out the hood, go to college. You got dudes not that just knew they was great at something and wanted to see what the outcome and never got to see that. You got a lot of people trying to be black on black violence, you know, trying to stop that. It's just a lot of getting picked on by the law, you know, how the law is right now. They hit that in Boys in the Hood. So I'm going Boys in the Hood, man. They hit almost every element as far as being young black brother in the hood, man. So I'm going Boys in the Hood. I can name a lot because I got a lot of.
Oh yeah. I'm not. I mean, all the years I've known you, you're probably one of the few people that, when it comes to old school movies, it's not even a question about what you've seen or what you know, right? So for me, I'm kind of staying in that element that you guys are in. I'm going Boys in the Hood. Another one, honorable mention, because I'm all about love and positivity, and you know what I'm saying, seeing all that. I was thinking Love and Basketball too. I feel like that's a movie you can sit there, you know, with your significant other, or you can see somebody come up to you and say, "What's a movie for the culture? That movie that, you know, represents us." You know what I'm saying? Love and Basketball. Another one I was going to throw in there. I was going to throw in Nino Brown and New Jack City. That's one of my all-time favorite movies as well. Not necessarily for the culture, just a great movie with black people in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I come up with a ton of them. I can go South Central.
see,
How his son, you know, a man was trying to tell his son, you know, we all, you know, all fathers in this chat, and how he's trying to tell his son that he don't want the life of being OG Bobby Johnson, you know what I'm saying? But he had to go with that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was dealt with.
right.
I can go with fucking Friday, sitting on your porch all day chilling. You know, goddamn. You got a lot of smokers back at home. You know what I mean? That's just what they doing, or chilling. Not even just quite smoking, just chilling. You know. So
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah,
Getting fired up the day off. Yeah.
It's a lot of movies, bro. It's a lot of Dead Presidents. A lot of movies. It's so many movies.
We could do a whole episode on different movie topics, and I think that's something that we probably will do. I mean, like I said, on this platform, we're doing whatever we want to do. But the next thing we were gonna do is another fun topic. We had it before when we was playing the game about several months ago. The family barbecue. You at the family barbecue. You on your way there. You ain't cooked nothing, but you go to the store. You like, I gotta bring something. Everybody's default what they bring is chips and soda, but we gonna go with chips. So you go to the chip aisle. What chips are mandatory? Like, you have to have. It has to be at the family barbecue regardless.
Patting on my chest.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Patting on my chest, because I'm bringing Tostitos, man. You know what I mean? Them are my favorite motherfucking chips. I love the dip. You know, chips ain't shit without dip down there.
Wait, hold on. I feel like that's cheating. I don't feel like you should be able to bring dip, because if that's the case, I could bring. That's the thing. If that's if I say Fritos with the chili and the cheese top everything.
You want some Fritos?
But I'm not saying. But I'm just saying. I'm not choosing that. But I'm just saying. I don't feel like you should be able to bring dip.
Why not? If I didn't cook nothing, you bringing chips and soda. I'm bringing chips and dip. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what the fuck I want to do.
Look, this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep it
at a budget.
What regular people would bring, because I'm not about to eat no damn Tostitos with my burgers and my hot dog, right? I'm not or my ribs and my ribs. I'm not doing that.
Okay. Let's say I don't bring Tostitos, and they're my favorite chips. Hey, y'all should find me one day. You know what I'm saying? Really, I want to have commercial. Especially hit a line. Really talk about that later. Anyway, I'm gonna have to say barbecue Lay's, man. God damn, I hate to say it, but fuck.
That's generic though, man. Hey, I'm going cheddar ruffles, dog.
Cheddar Ruffles at a barbecue, Evan?
Yeah.
No, I'm keeping it.
Better than Tostitos and some goddamn salsa.
Hey, I love it.
Yes, I'm keeping it simple because I feel like these right here, you always see these on the table. The bag is almost gone all the time. Like, and they never stay closed. They always open regardless, right? I'm going with the traditional classic Lay's. I feel like those, everybody, it doesn't matter who it is in the family barbecue.
Hey, whose man's is it?
There may be people that don't eat. There may be people that don't eat the damn cheddar ruffles. There may be people that don't even like Tostitos, especially if they can't bring salsa, right? Salsa with their ribs. But everybody always goes. Somebody there always goes for the plain Lay's, bro. It's never staying there. Or even if we not going there, it's always sour cream. It's either there or sour cream and onion.
I got you, Dave. I got you right here. I'm gonna back you up. All right, let's say we got the assortment pack. You know what I mean? The ones that come with barbecue Lay's, regular Lay's, sour cream and onion, Doritos, Fritos, and I think come with some other shit, right?
Yeah.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Fritos, we going chili cheese or hot or original?
Let me finish. I'll bet you $100 that them yellow bag Lay's.
No.
That's one's getting touched.
If original Fritos is in there, bro, I don't care what you say. When y'all was in school, in middle school, elementary, that when your mom, your pops walked home with the box with the plastic wrap on the top, the Fritos was always the last bags in the box.
Not in my household because I make Frito chili pie in a heartbeat,
bro. And then see with me,
trash,
my parents see with me. Wasn't no other chips getting brought back in the house till all them damn Fritos was gone, dog. So no, dog. There's no way possible them plain Lay's. It might be second to last, but if you're talking about plain Lay's plain Fritos is in there, there's no way.
Fritos, bro. This has happened recently in my life. I'm in an organization where that bag is pushed around. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you. That Lay's bag, where motherfuckers go in there, I'm telling you, bro, the Frito bag was gone before that yellow bag of Lay's. Motherfuckers, I'm like, hey man, you gonna eat that yellow bag? Yeah, I need some hot sauce or something to put in. I can't fucking do it. Man.
Bro, you need a beverage, some hot sauce, something.
Them bitches, they just get caught up in here, man. They get caught up right up here.
No, they don't.
What? Huh?
No, they don't. We used to get them hard ass Fritos and flick them at people, bro. No, dog. No, dog. There's no way, dog.
Hey, I feel like if you're not going cheddar ruffles, then you got to go either nacho cheese Doritos or spicy nacho Doritos.
Or them new hot ones, the new flaming hot joints is off the chain.
I ain't trying to yet, but I heard they fired though.
Hey, but them XXX hot Cheetos. Out of this world, out of this world. I don't even eat regular hot Cheetos no more. But so real quick, y'all, before we close out, we want to say we appreciate everybody for tuning in to week 1. If you got through the entire episode, we really appreciate you. If you cut it off early, we appreciate you as well. You know, for giving us a chance. You know what I'm saying? This platform, like I said, this thing what we doing, sports, music, whatever we want to talk about. We got a lot of stuff coming up, relationship episodes. We got the Usher R. Kelly battle coming up soon. You know, we got so many things that come up. If you guys want us to talk about certain topics, if you want to possibly be a guest on the show, you know where we are on Instagram. DM us at the beginning of this episode. You'll see at the bottom on the right, it'll show the IG. When that comes up, you can just hit us up, DM us, whatever, messages. Also, to those that we are in a really tough time right now. So, and I know a lot of people are quarantining. Some people out of work, children out of school, stuff like that. We want to send our condolences to those that have lost somebody close to them due to this coronavirus and this pandemic. Hearts go out to you guys and your family, your loved ones. I mean, if you guys need somebody to talk to, you guys want to hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you whatever, you love our podcast, you just want to be on the show, kind of take your mind away. Just let us know. Like, just hit us up.
Like, subscribe, man.
No, but but for real, in all seriously, we'll get through this. And like I said, our just condolences go out to you guys and your family. And yeah, we just appreciate you guys. We just wanted to let you guys know that. Take the time out to let you guys know that. This is episode 1. As we progress, this will get better. This isn't something that is going away anytime soon. We gonna look back at this episode when we're all the way up at episode 500 or whatever, and and people support us and looking at us and laugh at this. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for giving us the time. So unless you guys got something else to put out as well, I mean,
I get to touch up on everything, man. Good job, fellas.
yeah.
Fun talking to y'all, Always good catching up.
So we'll catch y'all next week. Tune in. We'll let y'all know. Hit that subscribe button. If you watch the video, you love the content, hit that subscribe button so you'll know whenever we post things. We post things. Sometimes we may post 2 videos a week, but we're always going to post something every week. But sometimes we maybe post 2. Sometimes we maybe, post more or whatever. But yeah, just thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.